Okay, friends, welcome back to another episode of the TV Tray Sessions here at Guitar Talk with Todd. Thank you so much for checking in and joining me today. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Find me on Facebook at toddbeebe music. Today we have another great piece of music memorabilia. Those of you who are Hank Williams Sr. fans, boy, I know I sure am, will know exactly what this is. Hank Williams participated in something that was called the Hadacol Caravan show. This was put on by Senator Dudley J. LeBlanc from Louisiana. And first of all, let's talk a little bit about Hadacol. Hadacol, I'm looking up the official description online, and it says, Hadacol was a patent medicine marketed as a vitamin supplement. Its principal attraction, however, was that it contained 12% alcohol listed on the tonic bottle's label as a preservative, which made it quite popular in the dry counties of the southern United States. It was the product of four-term Louisiana State Senator Dudley J. LeBlanc, a Democrat from Erath in Vermilion Parish in southwestern Louisiana. He was not a medical doctor nor a registered pharmacist, but had a strong talent for self-promotion. Time magazine once described him as a stem-winding salesman who knows every razzle-dazzle switch in the pitchman's trade. So that pretty much tells you right there about Hadacol and exactly what it was. I'm going to put a link to this video as well about some great stories and stuff that Big Bill Lister, who was on this show, and he actually roomed with Hank on this caravan and performed with him and was just a great friend of Hank's. There's a great YouTube video of Big Bill talking all about the Hadacol Caravan. I'm going to put a link to that video below, so definitely check that out and you can hear him explain it a little bit more. To promote Hadacol, which was the patent medicine, LeBlanc decided to have the Hadacol Caravan show, and this is obviously a program from that show. There were many performers on this show. Like I said, Big Bill Lister performed, Minniepearl, and Hank Williams Sr., of course, Cesar Romero. This is an actual real program from the Hadacol Caravan, but what makes this one extra special is it is signed. Hank signed it as well. What I'm going to do is just kind of leave the camera rolling here and flip through this, and let's take a look. Really cool piece of memorabilia that I was able to get from some private collectors years ago. So when you open this up, you can see Senator Dudley J. LeBlanc, an inspired leader, and it gives you a whole story about him. There's Carmen Miranda. So this was originally owned by someone named Catherine. The Hadacol Caravan happened in 1951, and this program has been passed down the line by a lot of people since then. But you'll see numerous signatures in here. This is Carmen Miranda, who signed this. The performers would come out after the show, and these programs were available and handed out to people, and a lot of people would wait in line and have the performers sign them. And, you know, a lot of various people on the bill would come out, of course. Like we said, that's Carmen Miranda. Jack Dempsey, Catherine, Best Always, Honey, from Jack Dempsey, signed that one. Dick Hames, this is not signed. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of flip through here. You can see here Mr. Hames will appear from August 20th to September 16th. That would have been in 1951. And Hadacol Caravan was kind of billed as the last of the great traveling medicine shows. And again, you can hear Big Bill Lister talk about that in that link that I'm going to put below, so definitely check that out. Rudy Valley, again, it talks about when they're all appearing. Rochester will appear from September 5th to September 14th. And let's go on here and flip this. A lot of these, you know, it is torn up here in the corner, but again, this was put out in 1951. You can see the rusty staples and everything on this. It's been around the block, that's for sure. Okay, so here's the most important page we've been waiting for. Let's talk about Cesar Romero first on this page. Mr. Romero will appear from August 14th to August 20th. Again, that was in 1951. And here we go, the page we've been waiting for. We get a howdy, minniepearl up here. She signed that. And then the big one we've been waiting for right here from Hankwilliams. You can always tell Hank's signature. Those of you who know it well, he had great penmanship, I thought. And he kind of always wrote, and his K would tend to, even though the rest of the letters tilted this way, his K's would always tend to tilt back to the right or lean to the left, however you want to look at it. So that's definitely, without a doubt, a authentic Hankwilliams signature. I'll try to throw a few other ones up here so you can just look at them and compare. We might actually pause this here for a second during the video just to throw a few up and look at that. There's a ton of Hankwilliams forgeries out there, but this one has been authenticated 9 ways to Sunday. Just to read that real quick, what it says about Hank. Hankwilliams, the Alabama boy who rose from extremely modest circumstances to the position of the nation's #1 hillbilly singer and composer of blues, is living proof that our glorious country still offers the opportunity for a person to rise to leadership through application of talent, initiative, and determination. Hank's career began when, as a boy of only 13, he walked into radio station WSFA in Montgomery and asked for an audition. Hank has been singing ever since. One of the last official acts of Alabama's Governor James E. Folsom was to award Hankwilliams the citation of being the state's outstanding goodwill ambassador. The title was justified. So, very cool to see that. You know, you will see these Hadacol programs out and about out there, but to have one actually signed by Hank is just super rare and very, very cool to have. Let's just finish up looking through here real quick and we'll come back to that. Sharky, Banano, Candy, Candido, Larry Glenn Logan, Lee Marks, Los Gatos. So there's there's a bunch of performers on this Caravan. Tony Martin and his orchestra. Tony signed that. This is signed over here, Sandra Hall. I'm not really sure. If any of you know anybody, like, any more about any of these acts, comment below. I'm not sure why Sandra Hall is signed over here or what that really even says, but if you guys can figure it out, let me know. I totally got this program for the whole sole sake of Hankwilliams having signed it, so these are just extras. And then, of course, there's the back as well of the Hadacol Caravan program. All right, let's flip back here to our page that had Hank and minniepearl. Real quick, let's just talk about Hadacol for a second. So here's another quote from Big Bill Lister. Again, check out the link below. You can actually hear Big Bill talking about the Hadacol Caravan more in depth, which is just great to hear. But here's a quote from him as well. It says, the only way you could get into that show was with a Hadacol box top. So basically, you would buy Hadacol in the box. I'll throw some more pictures up, and you would tear the box top off and bring it in, and that's how that was your admission to the show. Goes on to say, and believe me, we played to crowds of 10, 12,000 people a night. Back in those days, there wasn't many auditoriums that would hold that many people. We played ballparks, racetracks, anywhere where they had enough big bleachers to handle those kind of crowds. The final show was on September 17th of 1951. So, basically the whole thing kind of went off the rails. I've heard stories about how, LeBlanc wasn't paying the artists on the show, and you can kind of go down the rabbit hole, just search Hadacol and the Hadacol Caravan, and you'll be amused for days. It's a pretty interesting story, and like I said, it was billed as the last of the great traveling medicine shows. And, Hank was obviously on there as well. And it's kind of gone into his folklore as well. Anything with Hadacol is now associated with that. And with, Hank being on the show, of course. But again, this is very cool. Looking at the signature, Hank's signature is very forged. I see it on a lot of things. I've talked to numerous experts over the years. This has been authenticated 9 ways to Sunday. Like you said, you can always see Hank tell his signature. His H is very distinctive. His K always rocks back a little bit from the rest of the letters. And then after the WILL, the IAMS always kind of just trails off in a line like that. And he would say best wishes a lot. That was a very common thing that he would sign on people's programs. And I have no doubt this is authentic. And like I said, other people and experts have looked this over. We got minniepearl and the other ones we showed on here. So you will see these Hadacol Caravan programs pop up. But just the fact that this one is signed by Hank is super cool and super rare. And it's something I'm honored to have. I got this one from some private collectors many, many years ago. And it's a treasure of mine. I'm super glad to have it and happy to feature it here today on Guitar Talk. So let me know what you guys think. Please comment below. Have you heard about Hadacol before? Do you have a favorite Hank Williams song or a story? Boy, I know I sure love him. That was the first music I ever heard in my life, and it's still very dear to me. My grandfather played his music in country and bluegrass bands, and it's the first music I ever heard, and I still love it. And it's part of my DNA for sure, so it's an honor to have that. But please comment below, you guys. Find me on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner and help me out. You know I appreciate it. And we will see you all again. Stay safe and love your dogs. Take care.